Tonight, for our spotlight on our students, we'll focus on our student pianist, Matthew. Let us listen.
Alright, so good evening. Alright, so thank you for having me on this platform to talk about myself for a bit. Alright, my name is Matthew Giscombe. So I am Jamaican. I have lived in Jamaica for most of my life. However, my family currently resides in the Cayman Islands. So I'm a part of a nuclear family. I live with my mom, dad, and my little sister. So my mom is a registered nurse, my father is a construction worker, and my sister, she's a student. She's 16. So she's currently studying. I'm doing her A levels. My family, we have been active in the church for as far as I'm concerned, or as far as I've been alive. My father currently serves as a first elder for a church. My mom has been around departments such as like personal ministry, the health department, of course, music ministry. She sings. My sister also has been around different departments around the church. But in Jamaica, our family was extended since grandma was also a part of the mix. Well, she's the OG still, so she wasn't really part of the mix, but we were a part of her mix. So yes, in Jamaica, my family was extended, but in Cayman, it's nuclear. So currently, I am studying medicine. I'm currently in my med building right now. I studied a Bachelor of Medicine, Bachelor of Surgery program, and I'm currently in my third year. But of course, there are obvious differences such as land size. Of course, Jamaica is bigger, so that makes commute way more different. In Jamaica, in terms of public transport, we have like 3 tiers of public transport. We have the minibus, what you guys call ZR. That's how we get around, the minibus. We also have the coaster bus, which I don't really like taking because they blast dancehall music and whatnot. It can really give you a headache right after coming home from school. Yeah. So that's the coaster bus and the ZR, not ZR, the minibus. And we have the JUTC system. That's the big buses, the big yellow bus, as we'd call them. And back in the day, they used to call it Chichi bus. I can't tell you the reason. I don't know the reason why they call it Chichi bus, but yeah, we have different names for certain fruits, like dunks. Dunks, I don't remember what we call it. There's also this plum in Jamaica we call hog plum. It's like a nice red plum, very juicy. I don't know what Bajans call it. And of course, the infamous ackee. Our ackee is our national fruit, and we use it to make our national dish, which is ackee and saltfish. But ackee in Barbados is what we call guinep, Spanish lime. Barbados beaches here are free. In Jamaica, we have to pay to go to a nice beach. You have free beaches, but you're not going to find much. It was easy for me to be assimilated in the population as compared to my stay in Cayman Islands, where majority of the population consisted of high-colored people. So it's not like I can walk in town and people point out that I'm Jamaican. It's only when I open my mouth and I talk, and they're like, "Oh, you're not from here. Which part are you from?" I'm Jamaican. Like, ooh, you say both. Asians are very polite, which I love. You say good morning, people respond to you in a very hearty, kind way. I really appreciate that. Because I've been to some places. I've been to some places where you say good morning and they look into your face without saying good morning back, and I find that to be very offensive. So in Jamaica, I worship at P2 Seventh-day Adventist Church. People call it a bush church. I mean, it's very small and secluded, but I find it to be a very warm church. You know, you can never go to that church and not feel welcome or feel a part of a family because everyone's so tight knit. About 40 people coming on a given Sabbath. So the church is very small, and of course, holders is very polished, very comfortable, plush seats, you know, solar panels on top of the church, and I tell you, very beautiful church. In my church in Jamaica, you stay at church the entire day. So after church, you stay and you eat lunch and fellowship with your brethren until Bible class time again. So you hardly find people going back home and coming back. So if I had the chance to work in any department, I'd work in communications, because back home, apart from playing the keyboard or the piano, I would be around the mixer, or I'd be around the computer managing Easy Worship. So yeah, that would be the department I'd work in, communications. But I'd also want to be more involved into the music department. You know, being a chorister has always been a dream of mine. I'd also want to work in youth ministries more. I'm a master guide, so I used to have my class that I teach, but of course starting medicine has really limited me time-wise, so I've not been able to really be involved in youth ministries as much as I was back in the day. Alright, so that's it from me. I hope that my answers to the questions were, you know, relatable to some of you, and thank you for opening this platform for myself and other youth students to really share our experience, because you know, it's not very often you find, you know, the youths in church being given an opportunity to speak out. You know, the youth students particularly, you know, we come and go. So thank you for really giving us this platform to state our experience and to, you know, share our life with you. So do have a good evening, and I hope to see you on Saturday. Take care.
I hope you enjoyed getting to know a little bit more about Matthew. Next time you see him around, be sure to say hi.